chapters to continue to do what you're doing, and then if my headquarters, as well as with the membership department and the education department, will be reaching out to you regarding some of the messaging, communication pieces, the consistency in what the message will be going forward. So I just ask you if you could just bear with us for a few more weeks while we put some thoughts and ideas together as we start talking to some of the chapters. But we're really being careful to remain consistent with the communication component, if at all possible. I think it'll just make it for a smoother transition. But if you have ideas, please, by all means, let us know. So, next steps. There is a document somewhere under me that we will have available for everybody. It covers in a large snapshot of the things that I talked about today. It identifies what the new FNP program is looking like. It identifies some of the options that you may want to consider as a chapter, as a council. It has a sheet on the back to, once you talk to your local chapter, the leaders, depending on what your particular situation may be, there's a sheet on the back that I ask that you fill out. You can either do it now, you can fax it to me, you can mail it to me, you can send me an email. Any way you want to get in touch with me, I'll be happy. You can call me. But it basically, just to give me an idea, it may say, hey, my chapter's already offering courses, we want to continue to do that. It may be, hey, my chapter hasn't started offering courses, I'm interested. It may be, hey, my council is interested in offering something at the local community college with the continuing education. And I think it's really important that if there is, some folks that aren't offering classes and they decide to do something with their local college, they're more than likely going to turn right around and look at you and say, so do you have some potential instructors we can hire? So just, I think there's lots of opportunities there to look at. And again, when we talk to each chapter, we'll be talking to you on the individual basis about your particular needs and the things that may be focused for your particular group, because everybody's just a little bit different. So, timeline, just as a recap on the FNP project, we are in the process. We have done first drafts of all the content. We have started the second drafts right now. We are right on target for the delivery of the self-study by mid-September, mid to late September, and then the instructor-led portion by mid-January. During the process of now through all the way on, there's going to be multiple different types of communication pieces, discussions. You will notice in the FMJ articles where I'm starting to increase the outlining of the release of the new courses, getting the instructors up to speed. There may be some new instructors that have to come on board and getting those folks up to speed. So just to let you know, that's kind of the timeline we're working with. Communication timeline, as I mentioned, we have the meeting today. This is just to kind of give you the high level of where things are going. May, we're going to be reaching out between now and May, because May is so, I hate to say so close, but letting you know that we're going to be in communication with the chapters, the councils, your education coordinators, administrators. Then we're going to be communicating with the FNP, the folks that are in the process of getting their FNP. And then we're really going to step it up and we're going to let everybody hear what we're doing come late June, early July. And then it's really going to start rocking and rolling. So just to kind of give you an idea of what that timeline is, so that, if you have any questions, we can definitely go over that. And I could not end this segment without thanking the subject matter experts on this project. This group has been extremely dedicated of putting countless volunteer hours involved. We had individuals from Australia, Singapore, Europe, the United States that have put in a massive amount of hours. And this is not even, this is the primary reviewers. I had subgroups of individuals. I know Rich has been involved with looking at content. I've had other instructors from Northern Illinois with the Chicago chapter look at content. I've had layers underneath layers of individuals making sure that they were reviewing the content. And we have and will continue to do that with all the courses as we go forward, because I believe that having more of that up front as you're designing and developing, the better off you will be. So if anybody is bored in the next couple of weeks, sometimes they see Kathy coming and they run the other way, because I always try to get the volunteer, But if anybody has any interest in looking at the second draft of any of the courses that we're updating, let me know, because we would be happy to have you take a look at those. I'd rather have that input now. I mean, we always know we could tweak the input as needed, but we'd love to have it if anybody's interested. So what's next? Can you guess? This kind of, what's next? Well, first of all, don't look at the name, okay? Don't get sold on the name by any means. I did this slide before our meeting on Monday. So the name of the credential has not, Tony, am I correct to say it's not been finalized? Okay. Okay. Kathy, Francis, just making sure. So we didn't get sold on the name. But what we're going to do is, this is very fast track to bring up a credential. We are actually looking for subject matter experts right now. So if anybody knows of anybody, if you're interested and you believe you can contribute for a subject matter expert on a sustainability credential, see Brenda afterwards. We have an actual application that's been developed. We actually have a review process. But even if it's not for this credential, my next slide is going to tell you why I might want your name too. So if you have at all any interest in serving on the subject matter team, definitely see Brenda afterwards. What we're going to do is the group is going to get together. The first subject matter experts are going to be selected by, I would say, end of April, early May at the latest. The individuals are going to get together by late May, early June. We're going to start the development of the materials and the version 1, version 2 of the drafts. And the self-study is projected to be out by January of 2011, at the same time the instructor-led version of the FMP courses are rolling out. And then the instructor-led version of the sustainability credential will come out about 3 months afterwards, early spring, about this time next year. The instructor-led portion is going to be a little tougher, because sustainability and finding individuals that have the experience and the ability to teach those courses might be a little tougher as one of the areas that we're looking at right now. But we're going to work on that. Lots of logistics still involved with this credential, but the Sustainability Committee has really taken on an aggressive role in getting something moved forward with the association, and they deserve a lot of credit for that, as well as the board of directors for seeing the need and making the decision actually this week. So good things to come. So then after we get going on all that, starting in the mix, and everybody keeps asking, so what's after that, Kathy? Now we have to go back and get the rest of the courses updated for some type of study prep for the CFM that will cover all the competency areas. So we have started preliminary discussions on that right now as well. Again, timeline is out there. We're looking at it from a number of areas, but we hope to get started on that. Probably early after Christmas, I would say. We're still working on the timeline a little bit, but we've got a lot of good things coming. But I just wanted to kind of give you a snapshot of saying, no, CFM is clearly our baby. It is the creme de la creme, and we want to make sure that what we have out there is the best of the review materials, of the prep materials. So lots of good things coming. So if you didn't think you could help with the sustainability and you're interested in the rest of the competency areas, don't hesitate to let us know.